Good morning, and welcome to sunrise in Barbados. What a beautiful morning it has been. I hope the resolution is really good enough you all could appreciate that spectacular sunrise this morning. It was just magnificent. Unfortunately, a little bit wind blown, but hopefully the barrier that I put up this morning was able to block some of that for you. As you can see, we tried to do everything we can possible. The west coast swell, the north swell that was predicted, did not come as yet. The winds are moderate, I would say, but I just felt like coming over to the east coast. I had a little misfortune here with some signal the other day, and also with my stepping. I was tripped up by the you-know-who, and I didn't get any pity whatsoever. All I heard was stop picking on him. I don't know what went on there, but anyhow, we're back again. I'm not one of these people that say once bitten, twice shy. I'm one of those that say try again. So that's how I operate in my life. But what a beautiful, beautiful sunrise this morning. Just to tell you where we are just below Glenburnie. Glenburnie is the homes up there that you're seeing just in the distance. And you can see the coconut trees just below us. I'm going to go up a little bit higher. We can get some wind, but hopefully the view will be worth it. I would have put you up here this morning for the sunrise, but unfortunately the wind is very strong, as you can appreciate. Anyhow, the coconut trees you're seeing there, whoopsie, just in the center of the screen now. That's where we were the other day when we were at Glenburnie. Those few coconut groves that you're seeing there. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise this morning. I'm going to try and give you a 360 from right here, and then we'll do our serenity prayer, and then we'll move on from this location. Fields and hills beyond recall are now our very own. Those words come to mind right now. What a beautiful, beautiful day here in Barbados. Stunning sunrise. All right, let's say our serenity prayer. For those of you that want to join us, please do. For others, we'll be back with you in a couple of seconds. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Beautiful, beautiful morning. It's just stunning. Just to give you an indication, for those of you that want to do this train line walk, the only place you actually have to leave the coastline when you're coming from Barbados and you're going to Glenburnie would be this track that goes up here, that goes into the hill slightly. Otherwise, you have to make your way along a rocky beach, which is extremely difficult to do. But it only goes up as far as the coconut trees, and then it works its way back down onto the coastline. This entire track, though, is very, very narrow now. A lot of it has gone. Even since the last time we were here about 11 or 12 weeks ago in this general area. But you will notice the difference as we're walking now. But beautiful, beautiful day. As you can see, it's definitely a little bit wind blown. Options this morning. I don't know why I'm here. If I had read the weather descriptions, I wouldn't be here. I'd be somewhere down on the west coast looking for a swell that's non-existent, or I would be somewhere in the south coast. The south coast this morning looks quite a bit rough. I don't know how easy it would be to swim. Probably would have to be very selective of where we went, but what I will tell you is please wear your swimming costumes tomorrow, because tomorrow, being what we call All Year's Day, is where we're going to take a swim. We're going to send out the year with a swim tomorrow. So I'm not going to tell you what we're going to welcome the year with. What I can tell you though is on the 1st of January, which we call New Year's Day, everybody calls it that, we will not be doing an attendance report, because I will be roaming and wishing all of the family that I can see on the island a happy new year. I think it's just the right thing to do. So no attendance report on the 1st. However, we most definitely will be greeting a sunrise on the 1st, and that is even if it's raining. We're still going to pop the umbrella and we'll look in that general direction. Good morning to you all. I see that we have our conductor back. Mr. Conductor, good morning to you, sir. It's good to see you back here again. I loved your Christmas dinner. I think your family treated you perfectly. I couldn't have paid them to give you a better dinner, sir. But anyhow, welcome back. And welcome to everyone to Barbados. Those that are here right now, those that are thinking of coming, those that are packed to come to Barbados, ready to take you with open arms. It is beautiful, beautiful here. Visibility today is as good as it gets. My friend Jeremy was over by Cherry Tree Hill yesterday, showing me some photos from up there, seeing right up to the east point of the island. So just beautiful conditions right now, perfect. All right, we're gonna start our walk from here. We're gonna work our way in general direction of Tent Bay. We haven't been doing a lot of walking recently, so we're gonna do that this morning. Hopefully I don't take a tumble one more time, but we'll see how that goes. You know, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful terrain. Now I can go right down. There is a path that runs parallel to where we are, closer to the coastline itself, but I don't want to take a chance this morning with the signal, because on the way here I was doing some signal checks, trying not to hopefully have a repeat of what we had 2 days ago, and I noticed there was a little bit of a botchy area when we got very close to the coastline, although we had done that before and the signal was very good. I don't really know what's happened. We have some wavering signals over here on this side, and in the Whole Tongue area, well, don't talk about there, down in Whole Tongue area by Sandy Lane, etc. It's not a blackout, but it's terrible, terrible signal. That's why we haven't done that area for a while. Our areas are being restricted to signal strength, weather, and numerous other things that play a part in it. Now we're going to make our way up this banking quickly, and hopefully we don't get a weak signal here. Beautiful coves out here. Now, I actually should have shown you just now, maybe you saw it. That rock in the distance there, very, very strange sculptured. It has 4 rocks or 4 boulders. They're actually parts of the main rock itself, but it looks as though someone has taken them and put them on top of the rock. It looks so strange. It sounds like a castle wall. I don't know if you check back to 360, you may have seen it, you may see it there and see what I was talking about. I really don't want to go back up to that hill just to show you that, but unusual looking rock formation for sure. This section here is the prettiest section for rock formations, anywhere from Glenburnie, Martins Bay to Glenburnie and down. I find that to me is the prettiest area until you get down to Cattlewash, and then it becomes mainly just beach and up in the hill area. There's something that I looked at this morning that I didn't quite realize before. I don't know how come I didn't see it, but the rocks that come off of Tent Bay itself go really far out. Actually, as far out almost as the Joes River rocks, or as far out as Joes River rocks. I always thought they were closer in. I don't know why I thought so. And you know, this morning I was looking at it closely. When I was waiting while you all were watching the sunrise, I was doing some looking around. Yes, I know that you all may think that I was catching up on some more sleep, but no, I was not doing so. And I did not remember my S9 this morning. I came out of the car, it was a little bit late. I had to scurry across here in the dark, so you can appreciate this type of terrain here in what you had to call semi-dark. Not the most enjoyable thing, but you know me, I'm going to do it for sure. We had to get out the section. So anyhow, I had a chance to look around more this morning than just taking pictures and stuff. I was able to actually do a little praying as well, which was just beautiful. The winds were just comforting. Everything is perfect out here this morning. Absolutely serene and peaceful. Just so you can have a look at the hillsides as well, I'll do a little 360 here for you. Give you a little bit more of the hills behind us. And this area that we'll be walking below right now will be the Foster Hall area. When you're driving just above Andromeda Gardens, that's to the east of Andromeda Gardens, working your way around as though you're going the direction of Newcastle and Martins Bay and Bath. Those hills just above us here now will be in the general Foster Hall area. I know it's not a silent 360, but this was not an intentional silent 360. This was just to talk to you a little bit about the surroundings. It's beautiful. All right, now this area was a little bit dicey before when I went through here closer to the actual cliff and the beach area. So hopefully on the higher elevation, the track that I'm taking, we won't have any issues. If we do, well, you know already that's beyond my control. Just beautiful, natural Barbados. If you can handle this kind of terrain, I surely do encourage you to take a walk through here when you're on vacation. I would also recommend you do not risk this here in the middle of the day. It is so hot. This pasture out here gets like a furnace. I would recommend that you do this here early in the morning. Maybe start around You can do it around 6 now, because 5:30 is too dark for sure. When I came across here this morning at 20 to 5, it was pretty difficult to see track that I was on. I just had to take my time. As you can see, loads and loads of grape trees out here. These don't have any blossoms on. That is wonderful. The ones that we saw the other day at my bath had on blossoms. I don't know, that discouraged me somewhat. I thought we got rid of grapes for a long time. But it seems as though they want to bear at a different time of year just to get me. So there, as I said, there is a path that goes down here. You can see it goes off here. But it does get into a very bad signal area. So we're going to move through here quite quickly, because I know that we're just below the ridge here now. And it may be a little bit shaky until we get to pick up the signal strengths that come in from up in the hills just up by Hafton's Cliff and also down in Cattlewash area. So hopefully we should be good again now. Beautiful morning. Just have a look at the rays that are coming over that hill. Promises of a new day. A chance for us to do better today than what we did yesterday. Just gorgeous. I can't personally think of a nicer place to start my day than right here. This is stunning beauty. I mean, it's breathtaking. We aren't seeing anyone. Sure, we will see a fisherman or two along route, but we aren't seeing anyone right now. We're in the middle of a pasture overlooking some beautiful rocky coastline areas on the east coast of the island. Just stunning. All right, we have another little bit here that I'm going to try and hustle up the top of. But you can see it's a clear cut trap. You'll have some guys that come through here on mountain bikes, some motorcycle guys as well too. But it's a clear cut trap, so if you are walking, you can't get lost out here. You can walk down one that may be dead end at the end by the cliff itself. But in general, you can't really get lost out here in this section for sure. Don't worry, we can make our way back down to the coast in a minute. As soon as we can make sure to see these cell towers and stuff. Now up in the distance, beautiful Eco Lodge. It's lovely up there, absolutely gorgeous. This whole hillside is beautiful. Up in the distance in that tree-ish area would be Andromeda Gardens. That'd be like in the center of the screen. That's where Andromeda would run. We're going to be doing that in the future as well too. We have been there before, but we're definitely going to incorporate that again in a tour. Just waiting on the right time for that, for me anyhow. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful terrain. I know there are a lot of you that this is bringing back memories, because a lot of us spent our childhood on the east coast of the island, mainly the Cattlewash and Bashba areas. But this area here is so similar to that I'm sure there are memories that are running through everyone's minds right now. Look at this beautiful, beautiful view. Photo op number 1 with some wind. Just gorgeous. It's the same, looks like the same fisherman we saw last time we were out here, so we're not going to focus on him too much, but we're surely going to pan through the area. It's just so beautiful out here, can't resist it. Terrain out here, very similar to where we were the other day. It's not as wet as it was in that area that we started off on in Glenburnie, but very, very loose rock. You know, you got to be really careful. Jeez, oh, hear me preaching. Jeez. Anyhow, you be very careful too. All right, even if I'm not that super careful, you be super careful for me, please. I'm going to take you up here that we can do a little vantage point, then we will come back down this little ridge, but I just want to show you from up here. Maybe we can give you a nice silent 360. Hopefully we don't lose any signal. I'll be up as quick as possible. There we go. Now we stayed here out there on this bench for a few minutes. We're going to do the same thing again. We're just going to take any peace and quiet of this pounding surf right now. Have a little bit, look at that sun, and then we will be on our way again. So enjoy the scenery. Actually, let me show you where we're sitting first of all, so you can picture exactly what we're doing. This is what we've been sitting on. This is where we can be observing all this beautiful scenery from. You'll find these benches all along. People have just put driftwood in vantage points such as this. So here we go, silent 360 for you all. Now, as you know and appreciate, silent doesn't mean no sound. This means no talking from Nick. And just to give you an indication of what the rocks in this area look like, how beautiful out here it really is. I don't know what you all term that as. I term that as stunning. I can't really think of any other thing. There are tons of words I could use, but stunning is my preferred word, as you would know. And that is somewhere that just takes your breath away. Somewhere that you have to say, thank you God for giving me vision so that I can see this. This is what I call stunning. It is beautiful. Up in the distance you'll see the new, where the cultural center used to be, just above the Atlantis Hotel, the orange structure. That's actually not Atlantis. Atlantis is below that one. But you'll see it on the hill perch. We're going to go up that hill and show you that in a couple of seconds. So we're going to start our walk off from here again. Again, I don't know what the signal may be like, right? So I may not get up that hill this morning, but I will show you if I can get a chance to do some still shots of it. Let you see what is being created over here by the government for the people in this parish. I think it's going to be something like an art center and cultural center. I hope that is what it is. I'm pretty sure that's what it will be. I know for sure they have some lovely benches and the whole place is looking lovely. I saw the artist impressions a few months back. Very, very spectacular. It's not something you would have expected to see over at Bashba at all, but something that's going to be beautiful. And when I say not expected to be seen in Bashba, it doesn't mean that it's something that's going to be like a sore thumb sticking out. It just means that compared to what was there before, this is definitely something way, way different. You can see numerous fishing rods set up all over the place. These guys have all these PVC tubings and all the rocks now. You know, it's a big advantage for them. They can run 5, 6, 7 lines if they want and just monitor them from the distance. You're finding more and more of these all along the cliffs. We've seen them in almost all of the vlogs that we have done so far. It's just beautiful out here. Now again, there is a track that runs a little bit closer again to those rocks, etc. But we're going to stay up in a little higher elevation right now and try and keep the signal as good as possible. So, don't even look at him. Please, ignore him because he is not a sportsman at all. Just because I dissed him last week, or sorry, on Tuesday, the man put me down then. Cheese on. You know, that's how it goes, you know. Sometimes friends are a little bit cruel to you, but that's all to do with friendship. It happens sometimes, you know. We can always have a fallout with our best friend. That is something that happens in life, but we make back up because they are our best friends. I'm not saying that he's my best friend, so let me indicate that right now. Don't even assume that. So he's just something that I just can't shake off. But I'm sort of like getting a little bit softer on him now. A little bit. Okay, just to show you the kind of little bits of hops and skips and jumps that we do as we're going through these areas, just so you see the kind of terrain. I want you to be very aware of what to encounter if you are coming out here. Please wear the appropriate attire. Definitely something with tracks, I would say. If it's wet, please do not come out here. I would not recommend that. I know a lot of hikers do that, wet or dry, but I wouldn't recommend it at all. Out here is very slippery. and it's definitely getting really, really narrow in some of these sections. But beautiful rock beaches. Now we've talked about this already, all these rocks coming out of all of the, when it's slippage up here and erosion, there are a lot of rocks that mix up in the soil and the clay here, and that's what you're finding all over here in the beach. These were originally where the water line would have been. That's being washed out, and you get all these rocks that just fall onto the water area. Last time we ran down on this beach here, we lost complete signal. Once again, if you lose signal, it is a chance, a possibility, so bear with me, see if I can capture you back. So all along here, wherever you have deep ravines and stuff, folks have laid their bridges because, as I said before, mountain bikes use these tracks as well as a lot of hikers. This is a very, very popular hiking track. Though we don't see anybody on it, you have to remember, we start really early. I know a lot of hikers start early as well too, but I'm not too sure how many of them were out this morning at 5:30 or 5:40 walking this kind of terrain. Just beautiful. Is that not breathtaking? Photo op number 2. As you all will notice, all of the sun's glory is coming up on all of the cliffs that are facing us. Chalky Mount, you can see the head area that's white. That is really, really visible now. You can see the cliffs way down Pico Tenerife, down by Cove Bay, Gaze Cove. You can see that, those white cliffs for sure. That's the chalk cliffs. And then you can see all of the east coast. It is a beautiful day. It's a little bit what looks hazy, but it's not hazy. That's sea spray. Visibility is excellent. We're seeing right down at the northernmost point this morning. Beautiful out here. Just stunning, stunning coastline. Lots of little homes in this area as well. When you're coming down to Atlantis, still just after Atlantis, before you turn left and go down a hill, the road that runs up a hill there, that's what brings you to this general area out here. Beautiful. If you want to escape everything else in this island, I would definitely recommend getting an Airbnb on this side of the island. It's beautiful. The other sides of the island are calm. They're a lot more commercial, a lot busier. Over here, natural Barbados. I've noticed a little bit of an increase on the swell size since we've been here this morning, or since I've been here, and I'm definitely seeing a little bit of a north angle coming in, as you can see from that set of snow coming through there. So it should hopefully be good for the guys today. Our surfologist, psychologist, well, I know he's been busy on the south, getting ready, busy for the north. He's getting ready to get action. Beautiful terrain. It's a nice, pretty nice spot here to sit down and hang out for the day. Huh? Good morning, sir. How are you going? You want to wave to all my friends? Good morning. Thank you, man. Have a great day, okay? Thanks a lot, man. Once again, as I always say, boy, Beijing hospitality, man. You know, I can't say past anyone ever that has not wanted to say hello. And if they have not wanted to say hello, they were very diplomatic and kind and peaceful about it. You know, they weren't objectionable or anything at all. Of course, you want to show off this island, but this island doesn't just have the scenery and the landscape. This island has the people. That's what makes Barbados, as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'm a proud Bajan, and I judge others as I judge myself. I think that I'm a peaceful and kind and loving and caring person, so I have to say that I believe that Barbadians in majority are like that. Obviously, there's the exception to the rule, but the general rule of thumb is the most peaceful people in the world. Now, you will see what's happening here. Another slip off, just to give you an indication how narrow and how close this is. So if you're walking these kind of terrains, be careful, because it is a good maybe 25 to 30 foot drop down, I would say, somewhere in that vicinity. So you really don't want to be slipping off on this here. A lot of these in this area, so when you're walking like this here, look like a puppet like me. Lean 45 degrees to the inland and get ready to hold on a piece of shrubbery if you have to hold on. It's better to get blistered on your hand from match meal than it is to sit down this embankment, that's for sure. But you'll see a lot of areas have moved. Like last time we were over here, I showed you how there was grass. There was on this section here is where we had demonstrated it. It was an overhang. There was grass covering it. I was saying that don't be fooled when you see grass. It doesn't mean it's solid underneath. Well, that is gone. So that will give you an indication it's lost at least a foot, maybe a foot and a half off of where we were last time when we came here. So these paths will get recut. I mean, this is just too popular for you hikers and bikers, so they will recut these and carry them a little closer in each time that's necessary. This is what we would have seen before. I'm going to get you right under it so you can see. Please do not walk over on the grass when you're here, because you will see there's nothing under this grass whatsoever. That is fall off style for you and me and anybody else. But I'll tell you, not coming out here and showing you all this beautiful, beautiful landscape would not be what God wants me to do. God has asked me to share this beauty, and that is exactly what I intend to do. Follow his journey, follow his path, and take as many of those that are interested in a similar thing with me as well. Is this not spectacular? You know, picking out photo ops out here, I could do that every foot. We will not make any progress whatsoever. But this is a nice little one here looking into the sun. Sorry about the sun, but it's a part of this photo op. I don't know how many of you can feel what I'm feeling. I'm sure you're actually getting a sense of what I'm feeling right now. The winds are really beautiful. They're crisp, they're fresh. You know, it is not intense gusts that we've blown away the gimbal, although we've had a couple of challenges once in a while, but I've used the lock on it and we've been pretty successful. But it's such a beautiful morning. I now see why I am here. You know, that this is not where I should be based on the weather conditions and the predictions for today. This is most definitely the last place I should be with the gusting and stuff. However, I don't know why I ended up here, but now I understand why I ended up here, to show you all this stunning coastline. Just breathtaking. So we have 2 more days, today and tomorrow. Yesterday I went to the supermarket, so if you heard there was flooding in Worthing, you would know it was me crying again. But I went yesterday to beat the crowds, and I did actually beat the crowds this time around. I know how hectic it's going to be today and tomorrow, so I beat the beat the rush on this occasion. All right, we're going to a darker area, so hold tight, see how fast I can come through here without falling. And just below the ridge that we're going to in Tent Bay, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for signal as well. But I really would like to show you the structure on the top if I can. So I'll see if I can get that without losing the signal itself. If I do, well, I'll know we can't get that done today. If at any time we get cut off on signal and we cannot get back on, that's how it's supposed to be. So I don't panic about that anymore. One time that would have sent me in a frenzy. For days I would have been sulking and all upset. I don't worry about that anymore. It's beyond my control. You know, that's the beauty of your serenity prayer that we said this morning. Yes, the war wagon is still clean, Stuart. You guys did such an incredible job on it. I'm frightened to take it anywhere that's dirty, so still looking at a clean war wagon. Somebody please give me a round of applause. Thank you. Oh goodness. Atlantis Hotel basically hasn't changed over years. Inside it's been done differently. A little bit of difference on the outside. A lot of the area on the outside that was open before has some windows and stuff to the eastern section. Beautiful, beautiful, not only restaurant, but accommodations. They're offering long and short-term rentals here now. So if you're interested in staying out here, you can stay at the Atlantis Hotel if you'd like, or one of their cottages just down below on the C section, which is directly in front of us. But this is the place that I remember, because the company I used to work with for 13 years used to use here as their lunch stop. And every day we would come here, and I would always want them to overbook so I could get on one of the buses and guide as well, and have either their chicken or their fish option platter, which was amazing. But this is a place that is notorious for its breakfast buffets and lunch buffets. As far as I know, they're doing it Independence. They're going way back now. On New Year's morning buffet breakfast. But please give them a call and double check on that before you drive all over here. Anything you do in Barbados at this time, I recommend you make reservations, even if it is considered a slower time. And that's because some places may not be open. They may be restricted to certain days. You know, and then there is a surge. There are some people on the island for sure, but obviously not the volume that we're accustomed to seeing. So you're able to get on a beach and find fewer people on it. You know, there's not any congestion, plenty of beach chairs, lots of room. All the chairs are being set up with their, you know, requirements between them. Things are being done well here, I have to admit. And I'm not saying that. You all know very well that when COVID was in the full swing, I was not telling you come to Barbados. I was saying come when you're ready, when you feel safe. But I can tell you, you can come to Barbados now, because right now people understand, or majority of the people, I have to keep saying that, understand what protocols are all about and the reasons for them. So a lot of people now are being very cautious in what they're doing. But you can't ever be too cautious with this COVID that's running around right now. All right, this is the Tent Bay Fish Market. They've also put all these new wooden benches out here. I don't know if they're planning to do a fish fry or something down here. You know me, always speculating, always guessing. But when I see benches and stuff like that come out, I know what's going on. Amelie, the sign. It was laid in honor of the young teenager that lost his life while spearfishing here on the island. We've talked about him before. There's a beautiful bench and plaque that's being laid down there on the rock down below by some concerned citizens and stuff, you know, just celebrating his life here. You know, he was an avid swimmer, surfer, waterman, just like all of his family. But these things can happen. You know, you can be the best at whatever you do, and the day that it's your calling, well, it's your calling. All right, we gotta try and climb this hill. If I lose signal, I'm gonna come back down. If I don't capture you all back, I'm going to just sign off. So you all know what I'm gonna ask you to do today. Be the best versions of whatever you can be. Do what God has asked you to do. Love your neighbor, be friendly, be kind, be courteous, be caring. That's what you need to do. That's what life is supposed to be.